Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is now trading above and breaking the big trendline resistance. That's why you should really get ready for the next move. Let me show you. Now, first you're going to see we are right now getting almost a perfect bounce exactly at our volume area of support. Measuring right now the entire bottom price action with volume, what you're going to see, value area low hit almost to the exact dollar accuracy. And very simply, we got a rotation back towards the upside, towards the value area high, similarly as we have been doing for the past few days. Also, for example, right here, hit the value area low, hit the bottom volume level, push towards the upside in a rotation back towards the value area high. Another rejection, another almost perfect bounce at the value area low, another rotation back towards the upside. And of course, also right now, the exact same story. Bouncing at the volume level, pushing back towards the upside. But also, this specific area that was hit only a few hours ago, it was really not a random price target. Of course, we can see value area high right here, and also right now, Fibonacci retracement from our swing high back towards the swing low. It was the exact golden Fibonacci ratio, but also right now, going one step further, zooming out on the 2-hourly, going right now with the anchored VWAP and anchor it exactly at this specific high. You're going to see Bitcoin definitely did not hit a random level only a few hours ago, because of course, it were three very important levels aligning exactly at 89,000 US dollar area. So right now there is no doubt. Bitcoin is definitely trading at an important area of resistance. Would I go with a brand new long trade right here? Definitely no, because at the area of resistance, usually you much rather go with a short and not a long trade. At the moment, I do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin from approximately 90,000 US dollars. Also, I do remain in my long trade on Bitcoin and also in the long trade on XRP. Right now, we are really at some kind of a decision point, because remember yesterday we said if we are going to start breaking our local value area high right here, bullish indication on Bitcoin, and in this scenario, we can already look for much higher targets in the upcoming days. Now, let me share with you more of a bullish scenario that I'm right now paying attention to in a case Bitcoin actually does get a push towards the upside. And this specific plan was made based on a higher term time frame, based on the daily. First of all, of course, we right now know Bitcoin is definitely breaking a major trend line area of resistance towards the upside. And yesterday, we also got the first daily candle close above our major trend line. But also right now, remember for the past few days, we talked about a significant and a very important Elliot impulsive wave price structure. So we very simply identified that this right here was the first impulse. We got a correction. Another impulse right here, another correction, and of course, if this specific Elliott wave count right here is right now correct, we can still be expecting another push towards the downside for Bitcoin to then finally finish the entire 5-wave price structure. But the reality right here is, if, for example, we right now get another push towards the upside, Bitcoin starts maybe even going above 94,000 US dollar area, this specific Elliott wave count is probably going to get invalidated. Why so? Because, of course, in this scenario, if we go right now first higher before going lower, we need to then adjust our fourth Elliott wave. However, there is right now a very simple rule usually we want to follow when we talk about our 5-wave price structure. The fourth Elliott wave, usually it takes longer to develop than the second Elliott wave. So what we can right now do, let's go with the Fibonacci time. We are going to measure the entire length of our second Elliott wave, and right now, of course, comparing the length of the second Elliott wave to the length of the fourth Elliott wave. And what you're right now going to see, if Bitcoin is going to start pushing even higher towards the upside, definitely we are already surpassing our 1-to-1 Fibonacci time, which is still, of course, okay, because usually the fourth one takes longer than the second one. However, if we right now first of all get another push towards the upside, the fourth Elliott wave is going to be a very long one in comparison to our second Elliott wave. We are of course already past our 2-to-1 Fibonacci time level, and that is simply why if right now Bitcoin does get another push towards the upside, the likelihood of this being the proper 5-wave price structure towards upside is actually going to be slightly lower. That is right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible, and of course also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Right now, let's also talk about more of a bullish scenario we can be paying attention to in a case Bitcoin actually does get right now another push up. Now, of course, if we continue higher, we start breaking all of our major areas of resistances back towards the upside. In this scenario, this right here was not a 5-wave price structure, but actually more of a 3-wave price structure. So what you're going to see, some kind of an A, B, C move towards the upside. And of course, it really right now depends what is going to happen at the start of 2026. If Bitcoin does go higher, definitely we can be looking for much higher targets at the start of 2026, which definitely is going to be something very, very nice. However, if we are going to right now start going much lower in the upcoming days, in this scenario, this specific 5-wave price structure right here, it is still valid simply because the 4th Elliot wave actually topped out just slightly after the 1-to-1 Fibonacci time. So let's try to see what is going to happen in the upcoming days. But right now, Bitcoin is really at a significant decision point. Of course, we should always ask ourselves, how can we actually make money in the market? Should we right now be looking for another long trade, or maybe is it better to actually fire a brand new short trade? Later in the video, I'm going to share with you a very nice trading setup with you where potentially not only you can be looking for a long trade, but also for a brand new short trade. Now also, let's right now very quickly go with Ethereum, because right now we know Bitcoin is already breaking quite a significant trendline area of resistance towards the upside, closing the first daily candle above it. But what about Ethereum? Is also Ethereum getting some kind of a bullish indication on a higher term time frame? What you're right now going to see. Let's connect our lower highs on the daily time frame, where you're right now going to see not only Bitcoin, also Ethereum is trying to break this specific trendline area of resistance, literally straight towards the upside. We got some kind of a fake out already a few weeks ago right here, similarly as also Bitcoin got literally a few days ago right here. So definitely right now, Ethereum, if you look like that, it is also showing a sign of strength. However, we definitely need to know, Ethereum is usually following Bitcoin. That is right now why I'm still right now having more of an open mind and potentially saying, yes, we can right now drop lower, simply because at least at the moment, we are not getting any major sign of strength. Sure, our trendline area of resistance is getting a break towards the upside. However, our volume levels on Bitcoin are right now still acting as a major area of resistance. Yes, luckily for us, on the 1-hour time frame, Bitcoin was able to get again a bullish cross with the exponential moving averages. Our 50 EMA is above the 200 EMA, which is right now indicating that yes, an average trend on the 1-hourly is towards the upside. However, on the 2-hourly, we are still in a downtrend. On the 4-hourly, we are still in a downtrend, and that is right why. For the next few days, you really should be still slightly more careful. However, if we do get a push towards the upside, definitely I'm going to look to fire another major long or a buy position, because in this scenario, probably our 5th Elliot wave is then actually going to happen. Also right now, let's go back on the 2-hour time frame, where potentially we can be talking about some kind of an ascending channel. What we can do right here, connecting our higher lows with a diagonal area of support, expanding this one towards the upside. It does look like that Bitcoin, of course, if we right now go higher, could be trading in some kind of an ascending channel. And the top of the ascending channel right here is also not a random level. Let's right now also go with our high term time frame areas of support and resistances, where we can right now see the daily level coming in exactly at the top of our ascending channel, but of course only if Bitcoin is going to right now actually get another push towards the upside. Pay attention to Bitcoin literally for the next few days, because the start of 2026 is going to be very, very important. If we do then get acceptance above our volume levels, definitely a bullish sign. We are going to then look for much higher targets in the Q1 2026. And that is of course also why my trading bots right now are still performing very, very nicely. Even if we are right now going to get another push towards the downside, of course, the trading bots, Bitcoin and Ethereum trading bot, are going to be buying the dip. My Bitcoin trading bot is right now set up, so it is buying all the way down towards 65,000 US dollar area. The Ethereum trading bot is set up, so it's buying all the way down towards 2,000 US dollar area. And definitely, if we are going to get another push towards the downside, not only that the bots are going to be buying, personally, I'm going to add even more capital to both of of those trading bots because simply I definitely want to be buying the dip. And of course, if you also want to use my trading bots right here, very simply create an account on Pionex using this specific link down below in the description. Then of course, register on Pionex, deposit, and you're going to get some beautiful bonuses. You only need to deposit 100 for you to get another 100, deposit 1000, you get another 500, deposit 10,000, you're going to get 1000 US dollar in free bonuses. Then very simply deploy the bots and copy my exact settings using this specific link down below in the description. You're going to have the exact Bitcoin and also the exact Ethereum trading bot. And definitely they are actually buying the dip. They are not scared if, for example, Bitcoin is right now going to get another push towards downside, but of course also on the way up, they are taking the profits for you. Also right now, remember what we were saying already yesterday. Paying attention to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 1 week time frame. Bitcoin unfortunately does have bigger liquidations exactly below the recent lows, and if Bitcoin does right to get another push down, a lot of people are going to get liquidated because exactly right here we have almost 150 million of long trades getting liquidated. This right here right now is the biggest liquidation cluster on BTC, and this is right here unfortunately of course a bearish indication because this specific area is right now acting as some kind of a magnet for BTC. And this specific level, of course, if you remember from my yesterday's video, is not really a random level. If we go right now with our volume, definitely it is also going to be our value area low. But also, of course, if you look like that, it is still going to be some kind of a nice support level. Why so? Because exactly at our volume level right here, exactly at our liquidations cluster, Bitcoin does have the most important level as well, which is going to be liquidity level. What exactly do I have in mind here? You can right now see first liquidity level right here at 86,600 US dollars. Another liquidity level just like lower, and then of course also another liquidity level just like lower. So definitely if we are going to go lower, very nice support level. But remember what we said yesterday. If you right now are looking for another long trade, sure, you can be looking for a long trade exactly at our liquidity level. However, you need to pay attention to the reaction. Don't just blindly long at this specific area if the level is going to get hit. First, we need to get a push down, and only then a very nice reaction back above our value area low. If this is going to happen, sure, you can be looking for another long trade, setting a stop loss below the recent low. And unfortunately, if this specific value area low right here is not going to get reclaimed, probably we are going to move much lower, because in this scenario, if there is going to be no reaction at our liquidity cluster right here, definitely Bitcoin is forming then a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave price structure straight towards downside. Also right now, what about the money flow indicator on the daily time frame? Remember in our yesterday's video, we talked about already the RSI on the daily, but right now let's also go with money flow, because what you're right now going to see, at least on the RSI indicator, right now we are not getting anymore the hidden bearish divergence setup. Yes, I would definitely say the RSI is almost at the exact same level as it was only a few days ago, but the Bitcoin price is right now still forming quite a significant lower high. So one could already right now potentially say this indicator right now is potentially right now already forming some kind of a hidden bearish divergence. But also on the money flow, what you're going to see, a higher high here, lower high on Bitcoin. Definitely, if we are going to close money flow, something like that in the next few hours, it is going to be a confirmed hidden bearish divergence. So what we are right now seeing on the RSI and the money flow on the daily is a bearish Bitcoin indication. So right now, again, I don't know if we are going to go up or if we are going to go down. Personally, with my trades right here, I am prepared for both directions with the Bitcoin short and also then with Bitcoin long and XRP long position. But of course also I am definitely not going to get scared if Bitcoin does right here get another push down, because my trading bots right here are actually going to be buying the dip. And of course, if you want to use my exact trading bots, simply create an account on Pionex using this specific link. You register, you deposit, you're going to get some beautiful bonuses, and then simply deploy the bots using this specific link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.